Just say it. I'm the king. Just say it. I'm the king bum.
It's begging. It's no different than when you walk down the street in New York City and see a bum sitting on the sidewalk with a sign and a plate, and they just want you to...
Are they doing a griftathon? Are they doing a griftathon? Tony Two Naps? Is that what's happening? A griftathon. I mean a giftathon. I misspoke. Yes. Yes. Yes.
To give them money. They're begging.
Like Gino?
What are they offering you?
Well, Gino offered to take off his top. Gino offered to put on a women's bikini top. Two of your proteges, Bill Schultz and Gina Bisconte. Two of your proteges. This guy's an expert in radio. Isn't he an expert in radio, Leo Gunn? Didn't he work on one of the top shows of all time? Isn't he an expert in radio? He hired Bill Schultz and Gina Bisconte full time, and he let Louis J. Gomez and Shane Gillis walk. This guy's an expert in radio? Huh? What am I missing? What am I missing? Am I missing something? This guy's a radio expert. He always blamed on Keith the Cop. Well, Keith the Cop was a cop. He didn't really know radio. But you did. Didn't you, Two Naps? Didn't you know radio? You've been in radio for decades. You didn't know radio? All of a sudden, when you started Compound Media, you forgot how radio worked? You hired junkies and addicts? Artie Lang. You paid him $8,000 a week. But you're an expert on radio? Huh?
Nothing. Maybe they just want you to give them money. They're begging.
Yeah, the griftathon. The griftathon. Remember, how about the old Take Back the Night? Did anyone ever contact Take Back the Night to see if Shuley? Because that literally is against the law. So let's get this cheap piece of shit arrested. Why don't we? Why don't we get Shuley arrested? Take Back the Night. Remember that griftathon? Hey, everybody, I says a pedo, but we're going to raise some money for Take Back Tonight. And then they gave it, made a donation anonymously. Why would they do that if they're publicly begging for money?
What are they offering you?
Gino will take off his top for $20.
Nothing. Maybe they can't offer you anything. I don't know. I've seen some people in Times Square. They hit a spackle bucket. Play
Bill Schultz. Bill Schultz. He does. He'll be begging in Times Square soon. He's doing those saloon tours. Maybe it'll pick up in the summer. I don't know. I don't know if it picks up in the summer or not.
A little tune. They jump around and do flips, or they're dressed like Elmo. They're giving you something, whether you want it or not, whether it's good, whether you're averting your eyes, like in the case of Sandy Kane, is a whole nother story. But they're giving something in return of your charity, your donation, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, Gino and Bill Schultz will take off their top for $20. $20.
The bum, the panhandler, is just sitting there. And by their very nature of being a lazy bum or a mental patient, that's all they're doing. And they expect you to throw money at them for just that. Well, podcasting has become...
So he said he's okay with Gino because Gino gives you something for your bang for your buck, $20. His two proteges, Bill Schultz and Gina Bisconte, will take off their tops for $20. So that's okay. He's okay with that.
Become that. Digital panhandling. Digital bums sitting there, doing nothing, supplying nothing, giving you nothing. and just expecting you to deal out your little super chat change. Here you go, old timer.
Old timer. I did enjoy this. I only watched it once, but I did enjoy it. Thank you, Stalin, for clipping this. I did enjoy this. Am I live? I did enjoy this.
Hit the road.
Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back? No, YouTube turns of service.
Statement. Could you spare a dime for a fellow American who's down on his luck? Hit the road. Remember that, Bugs Bunny? Instead of the stick with the bandana.
Yeah, get to it. We got it.
With his some of his goods in it.
Yeah, killing time. Do an impression. Do an impression of Jesse Ventura.
It's a computer and a camera. That's all you need, right? And instead of that little jingle of change in their cup, it's a super chat. But you're still a fucking bum. You're a
who are you talking to?
Bum, Jules. Because without a job or money, you're just like them, a bum. Now you're a bum. And that's the majority of podcasts. There are people, in the circles I watch of this, there are people that do contribute. They write topics, interesting stuff. They cut video. They play a video clip, comment.
Oh, they play a video clip. Right. They play a video clip of Stuttering John over and over and over. Let's hear more.
On it. There are funny people in their.
Right. They're funny. You know what's so funny about Shuley thinking that Anthony Cumia is going to help him? He was on a Howard Stern show for 15 years, who's way bigger than Anthony Cumia. And he couldn't help Shuley at all because Shuley's such a fucking abysmal failure. But somehow Shuley now thinks that if I team up with this Anthony Two-Naps, things are going to be different.
Circles that make you laugh.
And cry, right?
And it's an entertaining show.
Let me guess. Carl and the Shitwire. Because those are the shows that shit on Stuttering John. And Anthony Snoozia, he doesn't like Stuttering John. So he likes their show because they don't like Stuttering John.
A couple of great examples. Shuley. Shuley has a couple of really funny shows out there. Obviously, the Stuttering John thing that never ends, and it's hilarious.
Oh, it's over. It's over. It's over, Anthony. That's why Anthony jumped over to WABC. I like how Anthony thinks his big break is WABC radio. His big break was Opie and Anthony show, and how'd that work out? He got himself canceled because he's a racist alcoholic. Like I've said many times, you can't be both. You can't be a racist and an alcoholic. You can be racist, kind of keep it to yourself under control, or you can be an alcoholic. And you're just kind of, just a regular the town drunk. But once you combine the two, people are going to catch on. You're going to drunk tweet, blah, 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 blah. Also, I notice his tweets and his shows aren't so much about black people now because he thinks WABC is watching him.
I am involved with that. I apologized last night. I missed my commitment to do Shuley's show last night. I felt really bad about it.
You'll get another chance. They do a show every day about Stuttering John. You'll get a chance. You'll get another chance. They'll probably do a show tonight. I know they did a show today, 2:00, because somehow I'm a member, even though I don't watch their show, and I didn't open my notifications. Somehow I'm a member, so I get emails telling me they're doing Uncle Blunder Years at 2:00, and then they'll probably do the show later. And you can join on that, Anthony. You're going to jumpstart everybody's career.
Got a text from Shuley that he was sending over the link.
Right.
That I could go on for Uncle Rico. And I was sitting at the bar in the restaurant.
What a shock. This guy's at a bar. He's on the sauce again. Oh, no, Jerry.
Waiting to get a seat. And I'm like, man, I'm sorry. I missed it. And I had, been plugging it as kind of a jab at stupid Kevin Brennan, who said, I won't be able to do Shuli's show anymore. Well, I'll be able to do the show because he does it Sunday.
That's how I talk? That's how I talk. Leocan, is that right? Is that how I talk? Bottle of red. I'm confused myself. What's today? Oh. Stupid Kevin. I used to have a dog with that name, Stupid Kevin.
But of course I'll do Shuli's show.
Right. It's taken off. That's everybody quit. You're gonna do more works with that was a great operation. Even Levy, who eats blue cheese out of women's for a living, that was beneath him. Even Bob Levy was like, too low for me.
But yeah, I missed it last night. I completely forgot. I thought it was Friday, and then I remembered it was Wednesday, and just a mess.
Got a lot going on. You got your new show, your big break, WABC. Video not available.
So Shuli's.
See, again, if we were watching this without video, it would be unwatchable. You got to see the faces. You got to see the pox. You got to see it all. Tony Two Naps, Tony Two Shirts. You got to see it all.
Shows, trainables. And
wait, what do you say about trainables?
I remembered it was Wednesday, and just a mess. So Shuli's shows, trainables. And
trainable. Oh, I never missed that. I think James O'Sullivan never missed that too. He sits around with the family on the weekends. Trainables. Yeah, and don't forget the raid where they made $51 on Thursday. Or the day before.
And Uncle Rico.
Yeah. Classic.
Blunder Years.
Oh, Blunder Years. Oh, that's fantastic stuff.
The name is alone are hilarious.
I like how if you still pretend Cumia is great, he's your pal. You got to pretend he's great, and you got to hate Stuttering John. There's two things. Checklist.
They work. They're providing something.
Stuttering John, watch-alongs. That's what they provide. Listen, it's a very limited audience. Most of the people who work there are gone. Most of their fans are gone. They went bye-bye. They do the same show. Him and who are these podcasts? Who are these podcasts? I guess it's diversifying a little bit with Steel Toe. Brilliant maneuver.
If they were just sitting there, staring at the feed, waiting for super chats to come in, it would be like, you're a bum. You're a bum. There's segments during the show where, of course, you're going to read the comments for people.
Right. A Shuli apologist.
That are giving you super chats. And even that is presented in an entertaining way.
Yep. It's all gold, Anthony. That's why that show is taking off. That's why they have a Shuli Network 1, Shuli Network 2, all the shows, Chris Abels, Kevin Abrowski, Jackie the Joke Man was going to join the network. What happened to Bob Levy? Once Bob quit, it's over. Once Bob quit over there, it's over. Once they pull back the curtain, Bob's like, you got a fake laugh. They cut my money. The ISO fucking prank with him and Cumia. I mean, it's pathetic. Take Back the Night. They literally They literally hire child. They don't have any money. They don't make any money. I made more money than last month. I'm just a little old me. Right, Leo Gunn?
You're not just reading a ledger. It's like you're sitting there reading a tax document, your yearly tax form, some of these people. So that's great.
Yeah, it's old-fashioned radio. Cumia acts like he was brought up on watching Stuttering John clips. Did they ever watch clips on Opie and Anthony? No, it was just reacting to what was ever happening. No clips. Whoever was there, maybe it was nobody there some days. Just him and Opie, or him and Opie, and then they adopted little Jimmy as one of their own. And then, but sometimes they would bring losers in, punching bags, whipping boys, Bobby Kelly, Patrice O'Neill, Rich Voss.
And who are these podcasts? Of course, Carl and Company.
Geniuses, literally geniuses. They're live right now. They're watching Steel Toe. He's diversification.
Carl has great guests. He
great guests. Oh, Adam Bush. Guy who hasn't got an acting gig in over 10 years? Maybe 20. Adam Bush, you mean? That guy?
Just does a critique of podcasts. Oh, it's not his own material. He's using other people's podcasts. His own material is the fact that you can't just sit there and play someone else's shit with yourself in the corner. And
you mean like Melton does every day? Now he's going after Melton? Hasn't he suffered enough with that back? It's so funny that Melton and Carl found each other. They're both like cripples. They're both like physically deformed. Carl's got not one but 2 club feet. Melton has a hunched back. They can't even. The Mayo Clinic can't help these motherfuckers.
Just, oh, look at this idiot. That doesn't work.
Oh, it does work. Works better than you could ever imagine. Better than I could ever imagine.
There's a way you do it. There's something you're supplying in that format.
I don't know what I'm supplying, but I'm supplying something because they show up every day. Crank up the machine. Let the griftathon begin anew, again.
And they do it very well.
They do it great. That's why they're hiding their Patreon numbers. That's why they're trying to do the super tip system. And I think it's hilarious that Melton is always talking about how he has this, we all have little shows. Melton's always, trying to do the fake humble. I just have a little show over here. Yet he's going to sell his super tip system to Microsoft or somebody like that for 7 or 8 figures, according to Tampa Terry. I mean, he's fucking. You can't even make up this. This shit writes itself, as they say.
And when people decide to show their appreciation through giving them money, whether it's super chats, if they're on that platform,
oh, it's okay if Carl gets super chats. It's okay if Gina will take off his top for $20, or Shirley will run a griftathon, or run a thing to give money to Take Back Tonight and then never give it to them. So again, I'm going to have to contact the authorities about this Take Back Tonight. I'm going to contact them myself. I can't wait for somebody else to do it. If you want it done right, you do it yourself.
Patreon or what have you. It's because they are getting something in return. The vast majority of everyone else are bums.
Oh, no! I might be in that bum column. Another good title. Bum column. Now Anthony will be like, why does he always write it down? Because I think they're good and I don't want to. By the time I read all my super tips, I might forget them. Shout out to Bubba yesterday for sticking it to everybody with a $51 super tip. Rumble rant.
Digital bums. And, it's Brennan, obviously.
I'm the king. I'm the king. Just say it. Just say it. I'm the king. Just say it. I'm the king. Bum. Another good title. Jesus Christ. I need a secretary. King Bum. Is bum 2 M's or 1? I never know. 2 N's or 1?
I still, it's Brennan.
Guilty, Your Honor. Guilty. Guilty, Your Honor.
Obviously, bums, and it's Brennan. Obviously, I still, I'm not one of these people that say I don't watch, I don't listen.
He's obsessed with me, I think. I'm flattered by the attention. I'm not going to lie.
I think that's such a ridiculous cop-out, phony thing to say.
That's what Opie does. He's talking about Opie because Opie's like, I don't watch the show. I don't listen. I'm too busy. Opie got up at 6 o'clock this morning. Or was that yesterday? I can't even keep track. But it's somebody tweeted out. I retweeted it. I'll pull it up. But I got too many things before I got to get to that. And Opie was complaining about the time change because it's so early. Opie, you don't work for anybody. You could sleep in. No one's going to yell at you if you sleep in. No one's waiting for Opie's show. But then it would be like, I don't watch it. I don't watch other people's shows. Okay. What do you do all day, Opie? You do your wake up show. And then what do you do?
Oh, him? I don't even know what he does. I don't watch it. What's his name? Oh, yeah.
Opie.
I've never heard it.
Opie.
Bullshit. First of all, bullshit. Secondly, why would I say I don't? I watch all those guys.
He loves my show. I'm flattered.
Not every show, but enough to know what's going on. And from what I've seen, Kevin has just spiraled down into this pit of self-destructive weirdness.
Oh, no! Oh, no! Self-destructive weirdness. Self-destructive weirdness from a guy who literally drank himself to death, or tried to drink himself to death, got fired from the sweetest gig of all time, other than Artie Lang's gig, from the sweetest gig of all time, because he was a drunk racist. But I'm spiraling? Can you spiral up, Leo Gunn? Can you? Can you spiral up? I think I'm spiraling up.
It's just Kevin has just spiraled down into this pit of self-destructive weirdness. It's just I don't know what it is. Turn on.
It's fun. It's fun, Leo Gunn. Leo Gunn and fun.
On the camera. Turn on the chat.
I didn't even read a chat yet. How long have we been doing it, Adam? 29 minutes and 36 seconds. I haven't read one super tip and one Rumble rant yet.
And just melt down. Weirdness. It's just I don't know what it is. Turn on the camera. Turn on the chat. And just melt down. Which I will say in a way is entertaining.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for giving me that caveat. Thank you. Please. Thank you. Round of applause. I need that on my soundboard. Round of applause. Thank you. It's kind of entertaining. How?
Turn on the camera into this pit of self-just going on.
People would be like, why is Brennan always rewind? To annoy you. To annoy you. Apocalypse sometimes he was whatever show Chad was on, I guess Wednesday. Chad was on my show. Apocalypse sometimes was shitting on me and Chad the whole time in Rumble rants, etc. And then yesterday I had to do that short show. And then he complained that it was too short. He hates the show, but it's too short. Then he's complaining. It's like that old Woody Allen joke that he with Annie Hall. And you go to the restaurant, you're like, the food's so terrible in such small portions. He hates the show, but he hates the small portions too. Pick a side. Am I melting down?
And from what I've seen, Kevin has just spiraled down into this pit of self-destructive weirdness. It's just I don't know what it is. Turn on the camera. Turn on the chat. and just melt down, which I will say in a way is entertaining in and of itself, but I don't know if that's his goal.
It is. That's my motherfucking goal.
I think he thinks he's providing something there besides
for my family.
That. But it's digital panhandling. He should have.
I didn't take off my top. I didn't take off my top for $20. I didn't do a griftathon like the shitware. And again, team up with the shitware all you want. Howard Stern tried to help the shitware to no avail. The shitware is such a loser. Some of the biggest names in radio history have tried to help him to no avail.
Have an old, broken, dusty fedora and a little piece of cigar.
If I had a fedora, I would definitely be wearing it today. I don't know if it would sit over the headset. I don't know.
Can you help out a guy who's down on his luck? I'm down on my luck. Opie? I don't know what that is. If he's not talking about me, he's not getting anything. So he just tries to keep this thing.
First of all, Cumia, if Cumia is not talking about Opie or me, he's not getting anything either. I already covered this with Stalin 19 clips. All the top Stalin 19 clips from Cumia are all about him talking about Opie or the Dabbleverse or Jimmy Norton or why he didn't have the balls to fire everybody at Compound Media. Nobody cares about his political takes. So that's what he's going to find out at WABC. Nobody cares about your political takes, Anthony. You're dull, like every other political takist.
Ball rolling, especially lately. And like right now, I'm mentioning his name, I'm talking about him, but I don't sit there and tag my videos with the name and put up little captions like, oh, Anthony again. Oh, the Opie and Anthony saga continues. When Opie talks, he writes up his synopsis of a video like there's a third person there, like someone else wrote it. He's writing it. Listen to Opie as he discusses Anthony. And yeah, I'll address Opie when it comes up, but to just depend on Opie for views, for content, I got plenty.
You don't. I'll keep saying it till I find it. Black hole sun. YouTube terms of service. I'm on Stalin 19. You can join along with me. I'm not going to pull it up because I already got enough stuff pulled up. Stalin 19. Videos popular. Number 1, Anthony Cumia on Opie. Number 2, Anthony Cumia, Howard Stern and Amy Schumer talk Madonna. Number 3, Anthony Cumia watching Ken Brennan traffic stop. Anthony Cumia elaborating on the merger of why Gavin had to fire the compound staff. Anthony Cumia, Opie trolls and WABC. Anthony Cumia on why he's returning to radio. Anthony Cumia, upcoming shows with Jimmy, Opie, Stuttering John. Anthony Cumia, some constructive criticism for Opie and his Unleashed stream. Anthony Cumia, first ABC radio show. Anthony Cumia, Anthony Unleashed, masculinity and drinking. Anthony Cumia, Opie at Gephardt. Anthony Cumia, details at WABC radio gig. Anthony Cumia, WABC show syndication. These are the top 10, 15, 16 shows on Stalin 19's channel. And they're all at Cumia. But none of them are about his political takes because nobody gives a fuck about this boring motherfucker's political takes or anybody's. Primetime Stein, nobody cares about your fucking political takes. They don't. Oh, you're for this side, you're for that side, or you're a libertarian like Dave Smith. Nobody gives a fuck. Anthony's going to find out the hard way. He's got no video, and unless he talks about this shit, nobody cares.
Plenty of things to talk about.
You don't.
I do it every day.
You don't. And it's boring as fuck, and nobody watches it, and nobody clips it because they know it's boring. And they know there's no appeal. There's no appetite for you talking politics. That's why Stalin 19 doesn't put it out. because he knows this is all they really care about. Your take on Opie, Jim and him, why you didn't have the balls to fire everybody at Compound Media, WABC, blah, blah, blah. Nobody cares about your political takes, Anthony.
And I don't mention him, but I'm talking about.
But now you're talking about me. Am I the new dopey?
Digital bums.
Digital bums. Ouch.
Digital beggars and digital panhandlers today.
You mean like your buddy Grifter Shuley? Or your buddy take his top off Gino?
So he has to come up in that. The mud shark. I guess. But again, what is that?
What is a mud shark? First of all, okay, let's see.
Steel toe.
I don't even say anything about Chad. Just he's offended by the name.
The mud shark. I guess
he's speechless.
But again, what is that?
What is a mud
steel
shark?
toe? I don't even really have a problem with steel toe.
You hired him. You dumb motherfucker, you hired him. But again, Anthony's like, well, that was E-Rock, just like it was Keith the Cop. It's your company, and you're supposed to be an expert on radio. But you said bye-bye to Shane Gillis and Louis J. Gomez. And you paid Joanne and what's his name? Bill Schultz, $100K a year between the two of them for 7 years. And you're a good investment guy? You wasted $700,000 on them alone. Whose fault was that? Is that Keith the Cops? Because he didn't know anything about radio? You did. You were in radio for decades. But it's always somebody else's fault.
It's like tepid water. I don't have a problem with it. It just doesn't interest me. But that's digital begging. What are you giving your audience?
Nothing. I give them nothing and they like it. I give them nothing and they like it. That's a fact, Jack.
Besides you screaming at the chat, squinting at the chat for the next super chat to come up with the next comment that you don't like or do like, and just yelling about it. I don't know.
Why are you laughing when you're talking about it? He's talking about me because Chad don't yell and Steel Toe don't yell. So he's talking about me and laughing. He still finds it funny how funny I am, even though he's trying to shit on me.
Interest me. But that's digital begging. What are you giving your audience besides you screaming at the chat, squinting at the chat for the next super chat to come up with the next comment that you don't like or do like, and just yelling about it? I don't know. Am I wrong here? Is that somehow entertaining and people want to?
You're laughing as you describe it. That's how good it is.
Pay money to see that or hear that? But it's begging. And people just keep buying microphones and cameras and computers and that deciding that's the only prerequisite to being a.
Okay, first of all, that's the end of the clip. I didn't cut him off. First of all, he acts like I started. He acts like I started radio. I've been doing radio, whatever the fuck this is, before Super Tips. Anthony, come on, man. You know. Oh no, I got a lot of Super Tips, Anthony. Oh no, I'll never get caught up.